Tell me your savings rate, and I'll tell you when you can retire. What's a savings rate? It's how much you save as a percentage of take-home pay. I'll give you three simple examples. Let's say you take home 100 grand and you save nothing. Well, your savings rate is zero. The latest data shows that the average American saves about 4.4% of their take-home pay. So, in that scenario, you take home 100 grand and you save 4.4%, that's a savings of $4,400 every year. And the last example I'm going to give you is you take home 100 grand and you save $50,000. That's a 50% savings rate. You get the idea. Why does it matter? There's a nifty website out there called networthify.com. You can use this to calculate the remainder of your working years. Now, this website does make some assumptions. Here they are. During your saving years, you earn about 5% on your investments after inflation. It also assumes that you're going to live off these 4% safe withdrawal rate after you retire. If unfamiliar with that term, Google 4% safe withdrawal rate. It also assumes you have $0 currently saved. It also assumes you have zero debt. So if you have non-mortgage debt, get rid of it. Things like student loans, auto loans, credit card balances that you carry, just get rid of it. See Dave Ramsey if you need help getting rid of these things. Did you know that regardless of your income, the savings rate calculation is the same? So even if you don't make as much as your neighbors, the Joneses, if your savings rate is higher than theirs, you can easily retire before they do. As they say, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. If you're new here, my name is Mike, and I retired at age 41. I'm creating this series of videos for my kids for when they're older, and for anyone else who's considering early retirement. If this sounds interesting to you, join us by giving us a like and subscribe. I appreciate it, and it helps the channel out. Now for the fun part. If you have a 0% savings rate, guess when you can retire? Never, because you don't have any money. If you have the average savings rate of 4.4%, you can retire after 68.4 years. That means if you start this at age 22, you can safely retire at 90.4 years old. It's a long time. If you have a 50% savings rate, you can retire at 16.6 years. So if you start that at age 22, you can retire at 38.6 years old. That is amazing. In my 20s, my savings rate was pretty low, but we didn't have any non-mortgage loans, so that helped. In our 30s, we started figuring out this whole savings rate thing, and by the time I retired in 2018, at age 41, our savings rate was well above 50%, probably closer to 60, 70%. And how was that possible? Our secret weapons were budgeting and living in the cheapest house we could stand. In our 20s, we had no budget, and we were living in our dream home that we built. Needless to say, those two things weren't conducive to early retirement. In 2008, we sold the dream home and traded it for one that was less than half the size and less than half the cost. And over the next 10 years, we cut out entirely anything from our budget that wasn't helping us retire. We lived cheaply, but that's a story for another day. And the point is, the higher your savings rate, the fewer working years you need. Now, there's two ways to goose your savings rate. Make more money, spend less money. I recommend both. But the more efficient of the two is spending less money, because that helps you now and later, because you'll need less for retirement. So go to NetWorthify and play around with it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it and how many working years you have left. In the next video, we'll go over the 3 best books that I read that helped propel me into early retirement. Thank you for watching, and remember to always do your best and forget the rest. Peace!